her goal is not in her. She's a
Hello everybody, we are back. So last episode we left a probe that went to the moon in the middle Kerbal orbit. It's up there a decent amount of way. Anyways, it has science on it, somewhere around 80 if I remember correctly. We need to go get it. Two problems with this. I haven't rendezvoused with a vessel in orbit in almost 3 years, and we don't have any RCS. So we're going to need a very small but high delta V craft in order to be able to have it flip around and change its maneuvering, all while being able to park it next to this thing, throw Jeb out the side, make him go grab it, and bring him back. So we're going to start off with the build, and I'm going to start with the Mark 1 command pod. I believe that'll give us the best chance of re-entry, maneuvering with its built-in reaction wheels, and taking up one Kerbal. I would use these, but I feel like they're not particularly up to the task. So with that being said, we're going to start building. I have reviewed the previous video. There were a few problems with it. Mic was too close. A lot of still weird pauses, talking a little softly when I'm thinking through things, and just generally being new to everything. So, 425, do I think that's enough? If we can get close enough to the actual probe, it should be fine. Should be being the key word. Why is it not showing me Delta V anymore? Did I lose it? Did it go something? Oh, no, it's because I'm a big dummy. There we go. Oh, I'm so rusty. I'm getting back into it. Let's see. I'm on about 2,500 Delta V for this. Something along those lines. Oh, does that second engine have gimbling? That'll be, or I guess the first engine, that'll be very important. Do you gimbal? Not seeing anything that tells me if it gimbals or not. Gimbal, yes. I can see it right there. Right mouse button, pin. There we go. Gimbal, 4 degrees. Okay. I can work with that. We're gonna do that. Fuel tank. Put another one of these on here and see what that thrust to weight ratio looks like. 0.28. That is abysmal. What is this one? 0.58. Okay, we're gonna have to use different engines. Oh, we're off to a good start. Give me this one. It's much more. I should have used that one anyways. Much more Delta V. Boom, boom, boom. Do I need electricity to steer this? That's the real question. For my memory, I don't, because the Kerbals will actually steer it. However, I'm going to include additional batteries just in case. What is the thrust weight on that? 2.32. Jeez. I need to lower the maximum thrust on these a little bit. Knock that down to 54. 2.56. I only want about 1. Yeah, that's fine. I only want about a 1, otherwise it'll start getting very squirrely. Once we're actually up by the probe, trying to maneuver. This one I'm gonna keep about 1.5. Just have to fiddle around with this. Yeah, that's close enough. That's good enough for me. And we'll slap that back on there. Get a couple more fuel tanks. Should be on our way. Now I'm expecting to have to quick save and quick load a little bit on this, just due to my own incompetence. Let's add some aerodynamics. Get some fins on here. First video was a little long. It's still taking a while to render, or I guess process on YouTube in the full 1440p. Try to keep this one a little shorter and work out some of the kinks I was having. I've also found an intro and an outro. Try those out, see what happens. Batteries. First stage. What does that do to my thrust weight? Just over 1, just over 1.5, we're still gold. Okay, that is gonna be our ship. I believe we're good there. We don't have to do a whole lot. Throw an antenna on this, just in case we also get stuck out there. Let's see if we need anything else. Thermal, we're not going that high. We don't need any of that. We don't need legs, no payload, no robotics. It's light enough we don't need. Well, we don't even. Let's say we don't need the launch arms, but we don't even got them. No RCS to speak of. Could always use jet. Okay, we'll double check this staging real quick, and then we'll be on our way. So we got first engine decouple, second engine. We're just going to put those in the same thing, save time, save stages. Name this the Probe Rescuer. Very authentic and original and well thought out name. We'll save it, we'll make sure. What can we do here? We could just snap those off for a second. Duplicate that. Snap these back on. I like getting them as low as possible. We should have the radial decouplers. Yes, we do. Also, should be able to put those right about there and grab this. Make sure they're attached. Okay. Now, let's see here what I want to do. Same stage, make life easy. Now we have almost double the delta V. Let's get some aerodynamics on this. That should be the ticket. We'll try this a second time. Yeah, I'm severely either underestimating or overestimating the amount of power that it actually takes to get off of here. And it's coming back to bite me. Let's go ahead and start. Are these not the gimbaling? They're not. That's why I'm having issues. Controlling it because these don't gimbal. We're already getting a little fast. So we got a good lean going now. Hopefully those fins will help keep us from toppling over. Good. Lean's not as far as I would like it, but I don't want to overstress it while we're in such a dense atmosphere. Slow on it yet again. That's alright, we got this additional stage right here to help start getting us up there. Already looking better than we did last time, I think. Just before these burn out, we're gonna Throttle all the way up to max power. Get ready for that separation and stage change. Let's see if we can ride it out. Get point in prograde before we separate, so there's no additional forces on this. And there we go. Settle that down a little bit. Go back to just the stabilizer mode. Keep tilting this. We're basically out of the atmosphere now, so we're gonna lose a lot of control over this because I didn't use the gimbling engines. That's gonna make it a little difficult to steer this. But we get pointed at the horizon. Start circularizing that orbit. Check to see how we are doing. We're at 84,000. Are we out of? Technically, we're out of that, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down. We're gonna keep an eye on our battery. We're gonna make a maneuver node to circularize. Right there. So that gives us 89 kilometers and 83. I am okay with that. Go ahead and get pointed at it. And it's going to use up this stage and the next stage to do that burn. Node in just a minute, basically, and it's about a 50-second burn. So at 25 seconds, we'll start burning. There is something I noticed with the start burn timer. It has me burn consistently early. I don't know if I am reading it wrong. Like right now, it's telling me to start. That's the full length of the burn, and that's not super efficient. I find it gets me off target a lot. So I've just ignored it. From memory, it used to work really well, and it would just split the difference between the node T minus and the actual burn. I don't know if it's accounting for me switching stages and the different thrust to weight ratio, but didn't like it. We're going to start burning now at 25 seconds, and then we'll see how that burn time changes once we stage. It's about the same. So why it's telling me to burn so early? We're not going to worry about it. We're going to do our own thing. Let's see how we're looking. Not too shabby. And cut him. That was almost perfect. Okay, so now that we're in an 82 by 90, yeah, see, that was a little late, but I think that's due to the stage. We're going to set that as our target. Now we're going to have to find out how to catch up with it. Let's see, what's this going to take? We should have plenty. So it's a little bit at an angle. We're going to need to fix that. What we're going to need to do, we're going to do that first before we actually extend it out there. We're going to come to where these ascending and descending nodes are at, which is the next one we'll fly to. It's the other way. We're going to get that as close as possible. There we go. We'll go ahead and flip ourselves around. And warp to there. We'll get ourselves on the same angle, and then we'll start making the burns to rendezvous with it and see how that goes. It's going to be a 5-second burn, and we are going to have to stage, so we're going to start a little early. burn up a little bit right at that point. Let's make sure we're facing the right way. Now, realistically, that's probably close enough. 0.1 degrees, but we're trying to get as close as possible, especially since we don't have any RCS. So getting this inclination perfect is going to help a lot. Go ahead and fire now. There you go, 0, 0. So now what we want to do, since we are orbiting faster than this, we want to extend our orbit out. And we're going to have to play a little catch up here. And we're not going to go that far. We're going to leave a little space on the inside so we can raise this side, and then we'll start getting real touchy with it. 10-second burn, 148 meters of delta V. Yeah, it's gonna be close on the fuel. I think we got it. 4 seconds to burn. Like I said, we're not gonna go all the way, so get right about there, just enough to slow ourselves down a little bit. To this side. Raise up the other side. And then in these orbits, we should be able to catch up to it, because it is ahead of us. Let's go ahead and warp next to this node. Excuse me, I'll take another sip of water. This one will be a 7-second burn. Start at about 4 seconds. Close enough. As long as we're not changing our inclination. Okay, so we have that all set. Our inclination is still 0 degrees. Keeping that on. Let's try to catch up to this thing. Alright, we'll raise this up. So our periapsis, make it our new apoapsis, and we'll see what kind of separation we have. See if we... What have I done? Oh, it's toggling between everything now. Can I add an orbit? Scroll wheel's not working now. Okay, that's not working, so we're going to do this manually. Alright, let's raise up this other side very quickly. Put a 1-second burn. That'll help us start slowing down, so we're not playing this big cat and mouse game. So we will be separated by 158 kilometers. Let's see if we can get that even. Sure. Yes, we can. Separation of 29. 19. 12. 11. Okay, the sweet spot was back there. 17. 20. Almost where we had that closest. 13. 11. Okay, we'll do it at 11. And then we will mess with the other side of the orbit. Warp to here. Yeah, so now we need to slow down a little bit because we passed it. Because I messed that up. Which happens. But we got plenty of fuel to play with, so we'll get this. It's gonna be another 3-second burn. We're not using up a lot of electricity, so that's good. Because we still don't have solar panels, but once we get to this probe and get all this science, we will. Which is very important because we need it. Especially if we're gonna do bigger, badder missions. So now we have a separation of 11.7 kilometers, and we could potentially park it there. I don't think. Let's see if we do one lap around here. Lower this back down. How close does that get us? 6.5. Look at that. Yep, that's what we'll do then. We're just gonna keep going around, and we will warp back to here. Another little 1-second burn, other direction, and we're getting close. Ideally, we're gonna park it right next to the thing. So we need to get as close as we can get. Back to here. It's 3.2. What's our... So let's see. If we do burn at our closest approach, which way do we need to go? Which way are we out of this? Burn a little more, I think. No. Where are we off? We're a little too high over here, and we're a little too far in over there. So if we make a burn here, bring that side up, that gets us to 7.4 and 2.9. Then we need to bring this side back down. that long enough. 0.7. Separation there. There's so much stuff going on. 7.3. That's going to be pretty close. Let's warp to this maneuver node. We'll go ahead and do the 0.6 burn time. See, we're getting delicate now. I'll change the thrust on this before. Next. Actually, we don't have to. It's not that touchy. Very delicate. Let's see, we're off. That is 11.6 kilometers. That's a space walk. We can bump up that other maneuver node the slightest bit. That is slightest bit. Yeah, what's our separation there? 7.5. I think we can do it. Starting off at 3.4. I think that can happen. Let us warp to here. Three-second burn. Yeah, we're getting into the real fiddly stuff now. Very delicate. Alright, what's our separation now? 3.475. I think if we're gonna do it, this is the time. So we are going to point normal and EVA. Get ourselves lined up. Now we gotta be careful with this EVA because we don't have a lot of it. Throw on caps lock so we can make some fine adjustments. Speed up. Now let's go ahead and save. Done this whole thing so far without quick saves. Starting to come up a little quicker now. Should have plenty. Should have plenty of monopropellant in this little pack. But we still want to be very careful with how we use it. And we would like to start slowing down with respect to our target so we don't miss it. And the best we're going to be able to do is... Look at that for EVA. The best we're going to do is just park ourselves physically next to it and grab all this stuff. So it might be a little finicky, and we got to try to not bounce it clear out of the clear out of our working area. We're just going to approach it very slowly. Put this visor down. It's bright out here. Very light taps. So can we switch to this and wake it out of hibernation? Yes, we can. So now if we bump it, it shouldn't be too bad. Start grabbing stuff. Not yet. And for some reason, my button to turn on the helmet mounted lights is not working. I'm not entirely sure why. But I haven't been able to figure it out. I might need to try remapping them. I believe that was all the experiments we had on there, right? Just those three? Alright, well that's successful. Why is it saying I'm moving that way? In respect to my target. There we go. We are now on a crash course for this. Try to fast forward through some of this. I don't want to get too far out of a line here with it. Here we go. I'm banking on calling this a success. Alright, we can stop using the target now and just come towards it. Let's see, where's that entrance at? Other side. Look at that. We made it. All that's left to do now is what is it? Okay, it was still in respect to the target. All that's left to do now is give ourselves a nice gentle re-entry. And we'll be good to go. We're gonna re-enter on the dark side. Just because we gotta wrap this up. So we're gonna be coming in on the dark side. That's okay. Set it down about 30,000. And let's go. Plenty of delta V left. Just had 402 meters a second to play around with. So we were not in any danger of running out. Now what we are gonna do is face radial out and separate so we don't run into this thing. watch a beautiful re-entry. While we have this time and not a whole lot's going on, I would like to again mention that there is a subreddit up, and I do have a Twitch channel. I stream different things on Twitch. Sometimes I'm playing Star Wars with my wife and some buddies. Sometimes I'm playing DCS by myself or with a group that I play with. I do stream War Thunder, although I'm kind of out of War Thunder. I've been playing it since like 2016. That's just kind of worn on me to the point that I'm not enjoying it too much. You see, we had the crazy camera flip there from re-entering, but I do stream, and the Reddit is set up to where you can make video suggestions or streaming suggestions. You can also make those in the comments on this. I will check them. So if there's something specific that anybody wants to see, I don't care if you're the only person that watches the channel, or I get 100 different answers. If there's something specific that you want to see, I want to make it. So let me know what you're thinking, and I'll get to work on something. Like I said, I am trying to get a regular schedule up for videos. It's probably going to be 3 to 4 times a week, I think is what I'm probably looking at. Mostly because I can wake up early in the morning before classes, record a video, get it published, and tell it to actually air at a certain time, and that makes life easy. So basically, I just got to play the game, edit it. Editing takes about, I don't know, an hour or two, because I don't know anything fancy right now. So 3 to 4 times a week, I'm gonna shoot for that, and then I'm gonna shoot for streaming once a week or once every 2 weeks. And as I make more videos, I'll feel it out, and I'll actually get something working for me. See how this re-entry is going. Yeah, a little hot, but that's okay. We do have a parachute, which is important. Oh, can we get a crew report? Yes, we can. Extra science. That's what we need. That's the currency of this game right now. Ain't playing career, playing science. And all the extra little bits we can get. I have already gotten surface samples, crew reports, and EVA reports from water. So we're not going to do that. That's just a waste of time. We have so far survived re-entry. We've made it through not dying in a fire. And we're going to see if we can make it through deploying a parachute and landing. Shouldn't be hard, but I've failed more stuff than I've won in this. And we will go ahead and activate that parachute since it said it's safe and start slowing ourselves down. There's not much to see when it is dark, is there? You can tell we got some landmass coming up, which will make a nice, easy rescue. Don't have to come very far offshore to grab us. Excited to see how much science we got from this. I'm thinking it's going to be in the 90 ballpark, just because of the 2 extra experiments we ran on the rescue mission. And if I remember correctly, it was about 80 from the actual moon visit. What we should do is wait for touchdown. We'll fast forward through this since we know that we made it. Give ourselves a little time warp advantage. Look at that. Definitely time warping through this. Parachute takes a while to let you descend, especially when you have it open at 400 meters. As we get on to wrapping up this video, I would once again like to thank you for spending your time here. everybody's time is valuable. I appreciate you taking a part of your day, come hang out with me, and just enjoying what I'm enjoying doing. I'm trying to make this kind of a thing. I don't know how far I want to take it, but at least this far. So more science than we expected, 102.8. That is not bad. Next episode, we will come in and decide what we want to unlock, and I will have a plan for our next mission by then. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next.
And our goal is not in her.